Welcome back. Our children is our real treasure, and our coming generations are going to be those who are going to shoulder the responsibility of this country. So it's our role to give them the utmost care and to give them the best opportunities to be better characters. Art can do such a great job, and it's now our role to make art have this great role in finding the tune, in making the personalities of our next generations better. How to do that? This is going to be the core of this segment, as we are going to have an expert who is going to answer all our questions regarding this. She is an expert when it comes to education and when it comes to strategic management. I'm very much delighted and honored to have with me Dr. Amira Sabek. Thank you very much for being with us, Dr. Amira.
My honor and privilege.
Let's start with what I've said in my intro regarding art and its influence. How can art play a pivotal role in forming the characters of our children?
How can art play a role in development of kids? This is a very good question because it is actually art plays a significant role in shaping children's emotions, children's intelligence, children's behavior. We can say that art has a holistic impact on the kid's personality. Studies say that the development stage of kids, or the mental stages of kids, they go through many stages, and what really shapes these stages is the world around them. Okay, so the exposure to this world is what shapes their mental development. I want you to imagine that if your child goes to school and he's taking direction from his teachers, going home taking directions from his parents, going to the club to play sports and getting directions from his coach. So all the environment he's exposed to, it's just he is getting direction. What will be the result? A scarcity mentality, because he's used to take directions. He has no space to innovate. But if we give the child the space to art, art gives exploration to kids. It makes their mind, it gives them more imagination, more innovation. So when kids are exposed to artistic experiences, it gives them depth in emotions, it gives them wider experience, so they get abundant mentality.
Tell you a secret?
Sure.
I started to sing for my baby when he was inside my womb.
Oh, okay.
To sing and to talk to him and to listen to music in a room, very light, and to all types of music.
The lullaby songs.
Yeah, and even to classical music.
Yeah.
Okay, and I discovered when he was only a few months old,
Yeah.
that when he listened to the very same pieces of music, he feel more comfort and relaxed. So this is going to lead me to the age from which we should start doing what you have just said.
Exactly like what you said. Starting from when they are embryos. You know that what you were doing, I'm sure that your son, God bless him, has a high level of emotional intelligence. When you start with kids in early ages with such artistic songs, drawings, whatever you can do with them, this enriches their level of emotional intelligence. And when they have a high level of emotional intelligence, this means they will have a very high level of self-awareness. They will be able in the future to know their points of strength, their points of weaknesses, and work on them. They will have high discipline, self-discipline. They know how to manage what they say and when and where, and what they do and when and where. It will enrich their motivation. They will not need for others to motivate them. They have inner motivation.
Their own.
Yes, it will enrich their empathy, so they will build better social relationship, because empathy means I can understand all people and I can give excuses to any people, I can put myself in their shoe, so I will have a healthier social relationship. And that's what we really need in our society, healthy social relationships.
Amen to that. I'm going to tell you an experience.
Yep.
For example, I went to a nursery and I found that they are doing such an innovative way to deal with the kids. How? A room filled with toys, and they let the kids go to the toys they really like or attracted to, and from this they will know what what's the very important thing to this kid? I mean, this is related to calculations. This is related to books, to narratives. This one, of course, if she is a girl, she is color, stuff like that,
Or dance.
or dance. How do you see thinking about new ways or new tactics to deal with our toddlers, even whether at home or in the nurseries? I mean the preschool classes in specific, because in my humble opinion, this is a very important age.
This is very important age, and if you start with the preschoolers, I ask parents and teachers to give them three things, just three things: resources, place, time. Give them resources, place, time, and let them do whatever they want. These resources can be music instruments, and beside them, coloring pens, beside them, some papers. Give them some choices and let them do whatever they want, and please don't ever think to judge them. All what kids need in that age is to do whatever they want without being said that's right or wrong. Parents and teachers' role at that age is to be supportive with zero judgment. To give them, we can follow Maria Montessori method, to give resources and let the learning process happen. Kids like to do and error and try and error, and they are exploring. Give them the chance to explore, and they will guide you where their talent is. If you don't know where their talent is, you will find them going to coloring, clay, handcrafts, whatever. They will guide you. And when the child guides you, please focus on what he is interested in, because by science, what you focus on expands. If you focus on his talent, and if you give him the time and the resources and the self-confidence and the encouragement to do things. One of the things I always ask teachers and parents to do, when your child is busy doing something, take a picture. Take a picture of him or her and put it in a seen place at home or in the classroom, so that whenever he feels down, he says, no, this is me. I can do things. I can achieve. And this sense of achievement, if it is raised in kids from very early age, it will remain with them.
Documentation of the moment.
And they will be achievers all their life because they tasted the taste of achievement. And this is
great. But how we can raise awareness among the parents and the teachers that art can play such a pivotal role? Because this is very important.
That what can play?
Art. How
That
to
art can
raise the awareness among parents and teachers that really art, and all types of art, by the way, can play a pivotal role in that, in developing the characters of our kids.
Definitely, this is the role of social media, media in general, okay? And from here I want to send a message to parents who always say, our kids are not talented. And we go back to the question, is talent by nature or by nurture? Nature or nurture? Nature or nurture? By science, definitely, we are born, we have genes of talents or not, yes, okay? But sometimes, by the way, most of people are born with talents, the genes of talents. Some parents say, I didn't have it, so my kid will not have it. By the way, you might have got it, but you didn't know because nobody supported you to unleash it. Nobody helped you. So if you didn't get the chance to use your talent and let it come out, please help your child. And let's say he is not or she is not talented. Trying to work on his skills will help him. For example, you are teaching your child to draw. He's not an artist, but he will learn problem solving because he has to match colors. He will learn decision making because he has to come out with a final painting. He will learn presentation skills because he will talk about, so he doesn't have to be an artist, but he will gain other skills through this. So we have to show parents and teachers, don't say that this is a talented child or this is not a talented child. Everyone is talented in his own way. So this is the role of social media, media in general, sessions, awareness sessions. That's why I always say the ones who are running schools have this mission. You can gather parents for sessions, obligatory, to teach them how to work with their kids, how to discover talents and let it expand in their kids.
This is going to lead me to ask a very important question, because unfortunately what I'm going to talk about, whom I really met in my life. Unfortunately, when there are moms with their kids in a training and they found they are not performing well or something like that, they blame them in such a very harsh manner and unfortunately in front of other people. And no, you should win. You should get a medal. You should be better. You should. It's a must, stuff like that. And I feel that the kids are losing their childhood. And they are not anymore not interested and not enjoying what they're doing. What to tell the parents, how to make the parents feel the difference between motivating their children and pressing them to do something which they are not qualified for.
Actually, let's start with that parents who are doing so, they lack a lot of self-confidence. Because if you found a high achiever mom, she will let her child do whatever he wants with what performance he wants. But moms who has never achieved anything in their life, they do their best. They believe that their kids are their own project. So if they get the full mark, it's me, I got the full mark. When he comes the top in the championship, I got them. So they always put their achievements in their kids. These moms, again, they need awareness session that please separate between you and your child. You are not your child. And if you try to do this when he is young, believe me, the moment he has a say, the first thing he will tell you in different ways, if not straightforward, get out of my life, I need to live my life. So it comes again through awareness. And by the way, one of the mistakes that moms believe that this is good for bringing them is saying no all the time, as you say, blaming them and saying no. Let me tell you something. When you talk to mom and they say, don't you want me to give them instructions? Don't want me to bring them in a proper way? By the way, I want you to imagine when you tell your kids, I don't want you to, he says no before listening to what you're saying. Because he's not saying no to what you are saying. He is saying no to the way you are giving him instructions. So it is very simple. You can ask your child and you can let him do whatever, anything he wants, but sell him the idea. Make him feel that this is would you like to play football? Do you think it's a good idea to do so? Instead of saying, I want you. Okay? So when you sell the idea to the child, he will become responsible for it because it's my idea. So that comes the social media, the television, the radio programs. We need this. And again, the schools. Again, I always say that the ones who are in charge of schools, they have to put awareness programs for parents, and it has to be obligatory. So it can come from the Ministry of Education. It can be an idea that, as we say, that kids have to go through some certain number of credit hours to pass, parents as well should have some certain hours of training and awareness for their kids to pass.
Dr. Amira, I'm here just to represent the other side of the coin because many voices are going to say this is my overcare, this is my nature, I overcare my children. How you're gonna answer them?
Simply we will show them the result, because make sure that parents who are doing so, they have lots of problems with their kids. So we will tell them in our smart way that, okay, this way it didn't come out with good result. Why don't we try? Let's take like a 3-month trial. Use our way and we will help you at home, and so we'll be working at home and school together. And let's see the result. Definitely they will see difference in result. And if they insist, because for any reason, they should be treated in, not in a bad way, but they have to be blamed for this. We can get a psychiatrist to talk with them. Even if teachers are not available or cannot do this, we can get specialists, therapists, psychiatrists, educational coaches. They can help parents. They can help parents, and we need this that much.
Overcare is completely wrong, and over negligence is also completely wrong, because unfortunately we find now that there are some parents who prefer just to leave the kids with their devices, technology. And unfortunately we found that there are many people who are now suffering from autistic syndromes which appeared on their kids because of this. What are you going to tell them?
We can tell them that technology is not something that is bad. Technology is very important, but it has its pros and cons, and everything that goes over the limit is bad. anything, any too much technology is bad, too little technology is bad. So okay, your kids like technology, why don't we use it in digital art, in digital mathematics? We can use, but we can make it serve their educational and mental growth. So again, we have to show parents and give them ideas, because we always tell parents you have to do this and this, and let me tell you the truth, they don't have this awareness. Parents, they don't know what to do. So it comes the responsibility of schools, community, social media, to give ideas to parents how to use technology in a proper way to raise their kids' cognitive development, not the opposite.
Dr. Amira, I don't want to end the discussion. It's really interesting and exciting, and I'm learning from every answer you say. So I'm going to thank Dr. Amira Sabek, our expert in education and strategic management. But I'm going to leave you with this last minute. Please have your camera. Give a piece of advice for all the parents and all the teachers, the coaches, you name them, how to deal with our kids in just 1 minute. Your camera.
My last word for teachers and parents, that we are prophets on earth for these kids. We are responsible for the coming generation. Our kids are different people. We have to support them. We have to guide them. We have to motivate them. And we have to listen to them. Please listen to their kids. Make them have voice and be smart in dealing with them, not aggressive. This is our coming generation, and this is the hands where we are putting our country in. That's it.
I cannot find a better end. Thank you very much. Right after the short break, we are going to be back with more.